Hello, welcome to our Halloween special.
Whoa,
Boo! I just scared you.
We're so fucking stupid.
So,
Also, none of that was coordinated. Um, I just figured I'd throw in an evil laugh there at the beginning, and he just happened to too.
yeah,
But
most of the time these intros are like just off the top of our heads.
yeah, usually we don't even know who's gonna do the intro until we show up. But I'm Phoenix, aka Duck.
And I am Mr. Mediocre, aka Sticky, aka Daddy. Hey! This is the part where you hang up.
If I didn't need this recorded, I would have. But but yeah, as my co-host said, this is the Halloween special.
Yeah, Halloween. But before we get to all the nice things about Halloween, some nice words from our sponsor. Today's sponsor comes from Suave, the little soap thing. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, you've already ruined it. Our sponsor just canceled.
No. But what I
Well,
really wanted to say is, we have to, shamelessly plug our thingy majiggies. Starting off with follow us on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, or on YouTube. Actually, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and the Instagram at BroadENTPod. And also, follow our accounts. You can find me on YouTube, Mr. Mediocre. Find me on Twitch, Mr. Mediocre underscore. Find me on Twitter, Mr. Mediocre underscore YT. And you can find my co-host here, the Ugly Duckling, on Twitter.
that's not my name, you son of a bitch.
Okay, fine. I was gonna say your Twitter and all that, but you get to say it now.
Okay, fine. My Twitter is at Views of Phoenix. You can find me there chilling. Most of the time, I talk a lot of trash on there, so I'm sorry if I yell at you online. But another thing is share the podcast if you think anybody would even be remotely interested. Because
Yes.
we want to do a bunch of stuff that I know you guys would enjoy doing, and we would enjoy doing too. Like we want to do stuff like giveaways and things like that to give back to y'all, but we don't want to do it until until we get a larger base. That way, it's not
The same
10
people
people
winning every
10 people
time.
competing for a prize. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, be sure to share it, guys. We got a bunch of stuff we were talking about doing for y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna give away a brand new Tesla. No, we
Yeah, and my co-host here is going to pay for it all out of pocket.
aren't. It's gonna be one of those things where I go and get the Tesla, but you still have to pay it monthly. So yeah, you get a new Tesla, but you gotta pay for it monthly.
But it's in your name, and you got to make all the payments.
No. Okay, so Halloween. Halloween is coming up. Halloween is this upcoming weekend. Obviously, a lot of people love Halloween, and other people don't. But let's talk about our favorite things about Halloween. Duck, what is your favorite thing about Halloween?
See, I'm a man of the people and a very simple man. My
Basic.
favorite thing about Halloween, no, but my favorite thing about Halloween is the slutty girl costumes.
Oh my God, dude. Oh,
That is the
Jesus.
best part of Halloween.
Jesus
Right,
Christ.
fellas? Leave a like if you agree.
That is so inappropriate. I'm honestly disgusted that you would even think about our female viewers, listeners like that. Like we have
I've seen
female.
the analytics, they ain't there.
Well, now we know why.
Probably. But
Okay, no. My favorite thing, honestly, is probably the Halloween parties. I haven't been to one in like probably like
where the slutty Halloween girls are at.
that's inappropriate. I haven't been to one like in 3 years probably. And probably this year they probably won't be a Halloween party because stupid COVID. But
Let's
honestly,
see.
though, like you could throw a Halloween party and have everyone wear a mask as a costume. Like I don't know, I just enjoy seeing like a party like with costumes. That's always like been pretty cool to me, I guess. So yeah, I
We'll
guess.
see. I live deep in the South, and I'm half black. Most of the Halloween parties here are hosted by the country white folks who've got like pro Trump flags in the yard and the Confederate flag. I don't feel safe doing that. See, you're in a more diverse area. I'm in the hey feller, what you doing here parts.
Oh man. I don't know. Well, then what are you talking about? Like, if you're not, if you can't go to Halloween parties, then where do you see the,
No,
inappropriate costumes with the
no,
girls?
I can go to some. Like there's select few that are, hosted by the minority group, but like I said, it's hard to find. If you
Wait,
don't know cool enough people that are diverse and understanding, you'll have a hard time.
have you ever been to a haunted house? Like, not legitimately like haunted house, like, oh, I heard that house is haunted type of
Well,
stuff.
that's white people stuff, but um
Like a
not
fun
as an
one.
adult. Not as an adult.
I've never, ever, ever been there in my life, and I really, really want to go there. So
I
hopefully,
can't do it.
hopefully you can take me. Why you get scared easily?
I Well, yes, but my thing is, I'm a very large male. I'm 6'4" and like 235, 240 pounds. And if you touch me and I don't know you're there, I might swing on you. And I don't want to get arrested for knocking out a haunted house employee.
Well, see, the thing is, like, there's some set rules to where like you can't touch the, I
Oh
guess,
no, not
customers.
here.
Really? They can
No,
touch
they
you?
yeah, they'll like people will like come up into a crowd and like grab like your shoulder or something like that. And if they do that, I will turn around and knock somebody out.
See, I've never ever been to one, so I wouldn't know how I'd react. I'd probably just try to. Well, I guess it depends on who I'm with. Like if I'm like with my family or something, I'll probably just
I could see you like
like
human shielding like
no,
a 6-year old, like
no,
you first.
no. See, I would play into the scary stuff. Like, oh, did you hear that? Like stuff like that.
You're that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy. Or like randomly start screaming.
Jesus.
But like if I'm like with a girl or
Like
something, I'd
you
probably
hear
end up like playing it cool.
you hear like a twig snap.
I'd be that dude, man. And I really want to go to like add into it. They'll probably end up hiring me because I'm like good at scaring people. Like when I
They'll use
scared you
you as
guys on
like
the
a
intro.
the fucking use you as like a plant. They're like, okay, all you got to do is pretend to be a customer, go in these groups, and then make everything seem scarier than
Bro,
it
that's
is.
genius actually though.
I'm sure some places do that.
That's so genius.
It really is. I never even thought about this shit until now.
I'm gonna try to negotiate with them. Like, I have a great idea, but you gotta, pay me, a certain percentage. It'll make your place 10 times scarier. And
I
then,
don't think anyone will go for that kind of sales pitch because that's a horrible business plan.
well,
But
just a small percentage, like the small, 49% type of thing.
yeah, no. Good luck with
They
that,
still get
buddy.
to keep most of it.
Good luck, buddy.
Well, then I'll just take my genius plan elsewhere.
You do. I'm sure they'll be like, go ahead, pal.
I'll make my own haunted house and I'll hire ugly
Well,
people
see,
like you.
here's the first of all, fuck face. I'll kill you and then
Hey,
make your house a haunted house, you fucking piece of
well,
shit.
see, that's genius because he could be the ugly guy that's like alive, and I could be the
Now,
actual ghost
if I was gonna be somebody in a haunted house, I think I'd have to be the big dude in the fucking Jason mask
with a
with like a
chainsaw.
fucking chainsaw. Because keep in mind, I'm a big dude, so I'm kind of intimidating, and if I'm trying to play into it, I can.
Well, then what would Braylon be? I know you got an answer for that. What is it?
Fucking gremlin.
There, I knew you were going there. That's why I had to take it there. I'm sorry, Braylon.
I'm not. But okay. Okay, enough making fun of each other and our buddy Braylon. Um, I think we should talk about, one of the main things for Halloween, the
Enchiladas?
candy.
Oh, candy. Okay, that's
Bro,
fair.
that'd be pretty wild if you go to like some Hispanic dude's house and you stick out your pumpkin for the trick or treat basket and he dumps some enchiladas in your basket.
Bro, I think that would be like one of the worst possible things they could give out on Halloween. Actually, let's talk about that. Like, what has been some of the worst things you've seen given out, like while trick or treating?
I shit you not, because I was like 9 at the time, right? I didn't understand why this bitch did this. A lady put hand sanitizer in my basket, and I'm like, but I'm supposed to get candy. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm just trying to keep you healthy and clean, and I'm like, but I want candy.
You should have ate the hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, my favorite. Then start squeezing it into my mouth.
Yeah, that would have made her stop. See, maybe you could have died, but like that would have saved the other children from getting a bad trick or treating thingy majiggy.
Well, that's one of them, and then I get stuff like I've seen stuff like apples and stuff like
Uh,
that, and I'm like, it's Halloween. Let the fucking kids eat some junk
bro,
food.
like one time I got an onion. Like I don't know.
An
Nah,
onion?
I'm just playing.
I was finna say, what the
Hey,
fuck goes on in your town?
which actually though, I've had this concept for the longest time, and I really really want to do it. Caramel apples, but caramel onions. Like that would be the best
Bro, you're
prank
sick.
ever.
You're a sicko.
Like it's genius. Like, oh, you want some caramel apples? Oh yeah, sure.
You're a sicko, buddy.
Onion. It's genius, no, but like
You're gonna traumatize little Billy.
well, I wasn't talking about giving it to little kids. I was talking about
Oh,
giving it to
I
like,
thought you were talking about giving it out to like children
now
who
that's
come.
just pure evil. Like I'm
That's
like
what I was saying.
I'm like neutral evil, you know. Like I guess like the anti-hero. I do things for fun, you know. Like even though it's messed up, it's for a good laugh, I guess you could say. But yeah.
What's your serious messed up thing, though? Have you had a messed up thing?
No.
So why did you bring this up? Because you knew I did?
No. Well, I mean, I've seen people give out like a Ziploc bag full of popcorn, which is pretty like
That's more. I've seen that too, but at least popcorn is junk foody kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, but like I mean like the concept of it, you know, like dude pops popcorn in his house, pours it in a bag, and then gives it to people, and like you
Oh
don't
no, that's
yeah, then you don't trust this dude, you know, like
where he fucking roofied your
yeah,
popcorn.
exactly. So like I've gotten that a
Come
few
and get
times
kids.
actually. Other things I've seen as well, toothbrushes. Like why toothbrushes? You know, like those little cheapy toothbrushes. Like I mean, I guess it makes sense because you know your teeth are gonna get all messed up because of the candy, and then you know you brush your teeth. Makes sense now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start giving out toothbrushes. I'm gonna be that guy.
I could see you as that guy.
No, I'm the caramel onion guy forever.
But we were talking about something before this. I don't remember what though. Oh,
Candies,
candy.
candy,
Yeah.
candy, candy.
Uh, I need to know this because it's going to keep me up at night if this one specific one isn't in your list. What are your top 3 worst Halloween candies?
Ooh, okay, my top three worst Halloween candies. Almond joys. I just,
Okay.
I hate the combination of like the coconut and the chocolate. The one I hate, Smarties. Have never ever.
Smarties.
Yeah, I hate those. Like I don't know. Like they're just like
Smarties, alright.
they're ooh. And this one might come to a surprise to a lot of you people, but regular Skittles.
What?
Yes, they are
No.
disgusting.
You're just a hater.
Taste like wax. I might as well get me a goddamn candle and just bite into it. Like,
Well, you could. More Skittles for me, you piece of shit.
I mean, they suck, bro. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing special
No,
about them. They
no,
all taste the
no.
same.
No, they do
Taste
not.
the rainbow. Fuck the
You got
rainbow.
those white people taste buds. You can't
No,
tell
I
the
don't.
difference and shit.
I am Hispanic. I have the best of the best taste buds.
No.
I have a very good palate, and I'm telling you, Smarties Skittles are like I guess you could say the Fruit Loops of the candy universe. Oh, they're all colorful and beautiful. No, but they suck.
The
Taste the
Skittles
same.
are the marshmallows out of Lucky Charms.
Disgusting.
Amazing. See, I knew I hated you.
See, I don't know. See, because going off topic here, like the marshmallows from the Lucky Charms, like I don't know, like I guess I just don't like the texture, like how it feels when I bite into it. I
Okay,
guess.
I can understand that. Do you eat like cereal dry? Or do you do
Sometimes I
normal?
do be eating it dry. Like sometimes like there be Cocoa
See,
Puffs.
you can't do it dry though.
Yeah,
That one's one you got to have milk with.
yeah.
But anyway, back to the candy. Um, we share one in the bottom three outside of your horrific ass other two.
Shut up.
Uh, Almond Joys are fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Um, I'm gonna give my second and then first though. I'm not gonna give away my absolute worst one.
I feel like it's gonna shock me, and I'm gonna have to fight you.
What, my worst one or my second?
Yeah, well, I don't know. One of them.
If you disagree with my worst, I'm gonna be a little mad at you. But Three Musketeers is my second.
What the fuck?
I hate it.
I love it.
I will say I used to like them as a kid, but that was when I was like 9, and I just liked the chocolate. As an adult, I can't eat those.
They're so good. Like I
Like
feel like
I can't do it.
I don't know, like you bite into it, like, and it's so silky smooth on the inside, and it's so good. I love it.
I can't. I feel like I'll be sick if I eat like a small one. Like just the bite sized one
Yeah.
makes me
Well,
feel
I
bad.
guess the thing with me is like since I hardly ever eat candy throughout the year, like during Halloween, like I do eat a little bit more candy because like there's more laying around everywhere. So I guess like I can tolerate it, but like if I was like eating it all year round, then probably like eating candy all year round, I guess I probably wouldn't tolerate it as much.
But if you disagree with this one,
I'm gonna
I
fight you.
don't know if we can be friends anymore.
We're friends.
Damn it. But the grossest Halloween candy there is, fucking candy corn. Disgusting, disgusting,
Okay, okay,
disgusting.
look. I was
Don't you
actually
dare tell me you
no.
like it.
I was actually gonna put this on my list, but I felt like it was gonna be a little too generic because I feel like everyone hates candy corn because it's fucking trash.
But that's the thing. It's trash. Everyone does hate it, so it has to be number one.
Oh, actually, I did see some cool thing with candy corn. Apparently, like if you stack it on top of each other, like in a circle, like it forms like an actual corn cob. So that's pretty cool.
I've seen some disgusting things with it, like somebody put it inside the cheese on a cheese pizza.
That's just like I've actually seen that too. Like candy corn is nasty, and like there's other nasty candies out there too, like the lemon heads. Honestly, any chocolate that has mint in it, I fucking hate it. I'm not a
No,
mint
I
chocolate
like the
guy.
York peppermint
I
patties.
hate those.
Those are great. I love them.
I'm honestly not a big fan of mint unless it's like a mint type gum, but like
I
mint
actually don't
ice
like
cream.
gum, so
What? Honestly, I was expecting you to say something like Twizzlers or something, because Twizzlers.
Twizzlers are good. Don't you
I don't know.
disrespect
I think
Twizzlers like
Twizzlers are
that.
kind of meh. I know a lot of people
Like they're
diss.
not top tier, but they're not bad.
Yeah, I mean they're okay. A lot of people hate the Laffy Taffies, but I fucking love those.
Yeah, I'm indifferent to those.
What about the Tootsie Rolls?
I don't like Tootsie Rolls.
I'm okay with them. But actually, one time, when I was a kid, I had like a loose tooth, and it was like during Halloween, and I bit into a Tootsie Roll, and my tooth fell out. So I am forever grateful for that.
But I'm really surprised that you were so against the Three Musketeers.
I love it. Honestly, I love most chocolate. Like I'm a chocolate guy. I like the
I am
Hershey's.
too, but I don't like
That's
that.
weird. Like I like the Hershey's and like all
You
those
know, you
other.
want to know one of my honorable mentions that I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for saying?
Huh.
The Reese's peanut butter cups.
Damn.
I do not like those.
That's weird.
It just like again, I like peanut butter and I like chocolate, but that I do not like.
You know a
I don't
candy
know if
I'm not too fond of either. Like M&M's, like the regular ones.
you hear that, Marshall. He's calling you out.
Yeah,
Rat battle.
M&M rap battle me. The cat in the hat was fat. He sat on a mat. His name was Matt. Splat. Fuck you, Eminem.
Jesus Christ.
I like how I use the same one every time.
Yeah, I think you've said that 3 times just on the podcast and more to just
But see,
me.
this time it was with a different flow, a more aggressive, hostile type of thing, you know? Okay, since we talked about, like, I guess the top 3 worst candies, what about the top 3 best candies? How about you start off this time?
Well, my top 3 are more, in my opinion, more generic, but these are the 3 that I genuinely enjoy eating the most.
Yeah.
Number 1, Snickers.
Not bad, not bad.
I love the Snickers. Especially, there was no better feeling than going trick or treating and somebody hands out like a king size Snicker.
Ooh.
That shit's the best, bro. Number 2, and this has always been one of my favorites, Twix. I love the Twix.
Yeah, Twix are cool. Okay, are you a left Twix or right Twix type of guy?
I am definitely a right Twix kind of guy.
Yeah, I figured. You seem like a right Twix type of guy.
Is that a race joke? I don't understand.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
What do you
Just
mean
the
now?
energy. Just the energy from your statement. Your kind would be a right Twix. Like, that's the kind of energy you gave off.
I did not.
That is definitely.
I was like, oh, you know what, Duck? You strike me as a right Twix type of guy. Not that there's anything
No.
wrong with it, but, you know, left Twix is the way to go, you know?
But anyways, um, my third favorite candy to get, Sour Patch Kids.
Those are interesting. Yeah, pretty
I
good.
would always get like, and it was pretty common for me as a kid. I would always get the little mini packs of Sour Patch Kids where it's like the real small one.
Yeah.
And funny enough, as a kid, I didn't like them. Now I love Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, sour candy usually tends to be good. That's why when I said Skittles fucking sucked, I just said like the regular Skittles. I
But
didn't say the
Skittles
sour
was,
Skittles.
if I had a fourth, Skittles would have been 4.
Fuck Skittles. I hate Skittles. I will destroy every Skittle I see.
Skittles killed your father.
They actually did. That's why I hate Skittles. And ever since the day that Skittles killed my father, I have vouched to destroy every single Skittle I see for the rest of my life.
Okay, and if you guys could not tell, he's kidding. He's just an idiot.
What do you mean? A Skittle pulled up and shot my father.
Okay, moving on. Now, it's Halloween. Halloween's the time for some spooky shit. Like, boo! Like, I got you.
Oh my fucking god! Oh, don't fucking do that!
We're so fucking stupid, dude.
Wait, I forgot to say my top 3 worst favorite candies.
Oh, that's right, shit.
Okay, well the funny thing is, funny enough, 2 out of your 3 are like exactly the same as mine. Snickers, you know, love the Snickers. You know, peanut butter greatness. Even though I'm allergic to peanuts, like I still eat them hoes. I don't give a damn if I might die. I will eat them.
I can't tell if you're joking or not with that, but I'm concerned.
And obviously, the left Twix. You know, love the left Twix. Usually, when I get the Twix, I throw away the right one and just eat the left one because the right one is freaking trash.
You heard it first. He's alt left.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm kidding,
And
by the way. I don't know.
my number 1 is Reese's. Yes. They're the fucking, I'm telling you, like the combination, like you just buy into it, like like with the whole wrapper in it. Like you don't even take off the wrapper. Like it's so good. Like just the peanut butter mixed with the chocolate, and
I could
yeah,
see you eat some wrappers.
I'm allergic to honestly, yeah. Like sometimes I don't eat like the wrapper, but like sometimes I do be getting an orange and I just bite into it without peeling it to start peeling it. If that makes sense.
You mean like you sink your teeth into it so there's a gap to where you can kind of stick your finger in and pull it off?
Somewhat, but I actually take like a bite, like
Like you eat the peel?
a little bit.
Nah, I can't do all that.
Yeah, but yeah, Reese's are the best. The honorable mentions, Hershey's. Hershey's are,
Yeah, I
great.
can agree with that.
Also Kit Kats. Kit Kats are good.
Yeah,
I love opening the Kit Kats and then like biting
breaking
them.
one off.
Oh no, just biting into it to piss people off. I'm that guy.
Like you take a bite out of the middle.
Yes, I am that
Jesus.
guy, dude. Like I love them. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like chocolate. Chocolate is usually great. But now let's actually get to some spooky things.
Boo.
I told you to stop doing that. You're scaring me and the viewers.
But
Listeners.
it's spooky time.
Spooky season.
That's right. And I don't think anything surmises Halloween perfect than some scary stories.
Oh, yeah. Scary, scary stories. I got quite a few, actually.
Oh, I do too. I don't
Mine's
know why, but demons love you, boy.
like Demon Slayer.
I wish.
Why?
But
Because you like, what's her name? Nezuko.
she's 13, bro.
Well,
What the
you're
fuck?
weird. That's why.
You're weird. I ain't
dude,
Cat
dude.
Stat, bro.
Oh, you took it there. No, but see, we should dress up for Halloween, and I could be
I'm
Tanjiro.
not dressing up as Nezuko for you.
Why not? Yeah, I could carry
First of
you in
all,
a
I'm a
box.
hairy ass Nezuko.
That'd be so hilarious. Like you have like her little dress on or whatever, and like
Put a
with your
fucking muzzle on.
hairy ass legs.
I get a huge fucking dress and I just find some bed sheets that look the same. I do like a really like scary version of her.
Hairy ass fucking legs like
I've
that.
got like a cigarette behind my ear. I might actually have to do that.
What are you? I'm Nezuko.
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to talk. Fuck.
Oh man, but demons, scary stories, evil stuff, spooky season. Do you want to start off with a
Um,
scary story?
you know what? I'm gonna let you go first. I'm interested to hear what one you start us off with.
Ooh, okay. Well, okay. Let me set the, I guess the environment. I'm creating this world, like this place, because three of my stories, actually, four of my stories are in this place, and this place is my aunt's house. If you show up to my streams, like you've probably heard most of these stories already, but she's from the valley. She lives in the valley, and usually like during Christmas and like special occasions, we go over there, and like her house is 100% haunted. Like they try to deny it, like my aunt, my uncle, and like my cousins that live over there. They try to deny it, but it's undeniable. That house is 100% haunted, and like we've known about it since like I was like a little kid. She's lived there for pretty much like, well, my whole life. Like when I was born, she was already living there. So for the longest time, like it's been known that that house was haunted, and like whenever we would go over there and stay over there when I was younger, I would always like not want to go to sleep there because I was obviously scared. Little kid haunted house. But the first story I'm gonna tell is, this was gonna involve me. It is like the first, I guess, paranormal activity that I experienced in that house. Um, it's a two-story house, and I was up with my cousin. He also happens to play video games like me, so we were playing. I believe it was like the PS3 at the time. I was probably like 11 or 12, and It was 4 a.m. Everyone's asleep. We hear a bell, like just a little bell ring, and we're like, "What in the world is that?"
Now, question before you keep going:
Yes,
is this like a ting, or is it like a tong?
like a ding.
Okay, yeah, because that does set a different kind of scenery, you
Yeah,
know.
like and like we heard it like kind of close, and we're like, "What the fuck?" Whatever. And then like a few moments later, probably like about 30 seconds to a minute later, we hear footsteps coming up the stairs, like boom, 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 boom.
Hell no.
No one is awake. It's 4 a.m. and we're like, what was that? And me, I opened the door to see like maybe his sister went out or something, and she's like now just coming back at 4 a.m. Nope.
I, I'm gonna be honest. That is the ultimate white move. Um, you don't investigate.
Well, cause like the way it is, like
Is your sister the Hulk?
the
Because I don't think Doom is a little girl, bro.
so actually the rumor is that the ghost is a little girl, and his
Bro, that
sister
little girl must be fat as hell.
his sister is like I think she's like 5 years older than him, so she would have been like 17, 18 at the time, but whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so the way it's set up, like his room, like as soon as you come up the stairs, like his room is right there. So literally, I just opened the door to poke my head out. So I didn't like go out there and like try to do some crazy stuff. But yeah, like you open the door, nothing was there, and which is weird though, because like he was there with me when it happened, and like to this day he still denies that his house is haunted. I'm like, bro, what happened then? What was all that? That was
But
my first paranormal activity experience in that house, though.
but what I think you didn't realize was it was actually me in my Nezuko costume.
Oh, oh. You time traveled back to that moment after hearing this story, and now you're back in. Wow, it's crazy. We should write
I
books.
think that house was haunted too.
Yeah, that house is haunted, dude. 100%. Like, there's more stories about that house, dude.
But yeah, no, I don't think I've ever heard like footsteps like that.
It's so scary.
But I think I've told you this story before. Well, I might have told you the other one. There are two that I have that are similar because this has happened to me twice, right? Two different houses too.
Yep.
So I move around a lot, right? And I was just about to turn 18 at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I got school tomorrow, and I gotta be up by 6. And I didn't even turn my light off. I was just gonna lay down for a minute and then look at my phone, then get up and turn it off, right?
Yeah.
And I sleep on my stomach, right?
Weirdo.
I think that's actually fairly common, but but after a little bit of being on my phone and just kind of BSing before bed, I get up, turn the light off, right? And I had a TV like right in front of my bed, like 5 feet away. I have to walk past that to get into bed. And when I walked past it, I thought I saw a little light coming from the TV, even though the TV was off, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think nothing of it. I'm probably like, oh, I probably just imagined it or whatever because I'm tired. So I ignore it and I go and I lay in the bed. And before my stomach could even hit the bed fully, I feel something just push my head down into my pillow, like face first into my pillow. And I'm like, okay, somebody's got to die now, and it ain't going to be me. So, and it's not like I don't like feel a hand or anything, but keep in mind, this all happens in the span of like half a second. So I go from, oh, the place is empty to I'm being mushed into my pillow, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck's going on. In my head, somebody broke in and is trying to like rob me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like freaking out. And I've told this story before to some people, and they told me it might have been like sleep paralysis where I couldn't move and I'm just imagining shit or dreaming it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, I looked into that, and the common thing with that is you can't move. I
Yeah.
was like kicking my feet, like moving my arms and like swinging and stuff. So I was able to move, but something was just like pushing me down face first, right?
Yeah.
And this is the part where I always have people go, yeah, right, whatever. You were definitely dreaming. I get to the point where I'm able to turn my head a little bit so my face, like my mouth, isn't into my pillow and I can like breathe better. And I get like one ear face down onto the bed and I can kind of see to the side. I don't see anything there, right?
Uh-huh.
And again, this is the part where everybody's always like, yeah, right, dude. But I just hear, I hear that, and it's like, and I'm not, again, I'm not kidding. It's like half an inch away. Like it was like somebody's like seductively laughing or
Uh.
clown laughing into my fucking ear, right? And it does that for about 5 seconds, right?
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as that stops, right, all the pressure that I felt was holding me down, gone.
Hmm.
Like I got up immediately, of course, because I was freaked the fuck out. And I'm again in my mind, because this all happened in under like 15, 20 seconds. In my head, this motherfucker just let me go and is still in my house.
So you
So,
got your gun.
oh no, I grabbed a knife.
Oh.
But I grabbed a knife that was like on my my table, right?
Yeah.
I grab it. I'm like in the dark, still swinging around, looking for whoever the fuck did it. I don't see anybody. I turn the lights on. Nobody's still there. Look in the closet, under the bed, everywhere in the room. And keep in mind, again, my door never opened. Like my door never, like it stayed shut
Yeah.
the entire time. So I'm like, I would have heard the door open and like somebody running if that was the thing. But again, I'm paranoid. So I checked literally the entire house under all the beds, all the closets, all that kind of stuff. Because in my mind, I'm like, I ain't going to bed with somebody in my house. I'm gonna kill them. Like,
That's that's scary. Okay, let me ask you this: were you on the drugs?
no. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't start drinking or doing anything until I was 18. Because again, I was 17 at this point. Uh, Up until my 18th birthday, literally the day of, I hadn't done any drugs, no drinking, nothing like that. So I was
Interesting.
100% clean. And I'm like, I don't know what it was. And that's the thing. That was the first thing that ever happened in that house, right?
Yeah.
But like every day after that, right? You know that feeling you get when like that feeling that someone's watching you but you don't know where from?
Yes. 100%.
And again, it was only after that night, I felt like I was being watched from one spot
That's creepy.
every single time I was in that room alone.
You should have like sprinkled some holy water on it and make it go away, or make it angrier.
No, okay, white people. But no, and the creepier part about it, right? Because my closet at that house was used for storage. So you couldn't even take a step inside that closet,
Yeah.
right? Like it's literally packed out to where you open the door and something might fall out, right?
Yeah.
I felt like the eyes that were watching me was coming from because that closet was connected to a corner. It felt like it was where the closet met the corner is where the eyes came from.
Well, that's creepy, man.
And I felt that every time I was alone. But when I had other people like around or in the vicinity of that room, nothing. Like I felt calm, normal. Like it was weird.
Here's my theory about that. Okay, what if Nezuko Duck time traveler traveled and did all that to you just to scare younger you.
I don't think my big ass was gonna sneak away.
Well, it's time traveler. Like time traveler Nezuko Duck was wearing a watch, and he just.
Well, when the fuck do I get these time traveler powers? Because I kind of want them now.
I don't know. So that's really, really what happened. So yeah, I was just messing with you. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
But yeah, since it's kind of a similar one, I wanted to like talk about the second time something like that happened, right?
Yeah.
So, and these are the only two times a similar situation happened, right?
Yeah.
In a completely different house, like about 10, 15 miles away from the old one, right?
Yeah.
This this night I was literally just going like it was a normal day, nothing weird happened, but I go to lay in bed and I was going on my stomach, except in this one I heard what sounded like little kids laughing from outside my
Oh
door,
no, that's always the scariest.
and it sounded like a little girl. Like
Yeah.
it sounded like like it sounded like a little girl like laughing like she was playing or something, right?
Mhm.
I don't have any sisters. So in my head I'm only like 15 during this one. In my head I'm like that's fucking weird. So I stupidly went to my door, opened the door, turned on the hall lights, looked around, nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I probably just imagined it from being tired. And then I turn off everything, shut my door. This time I'm paranoid, so I lock it, right?
Yeah.
And I go back and lay on my stomach, and I hear it again, but this time it sounds like it's in the room with me.
Oh.
Like it sounds, because again, I'm on my stomach in bed, and my bed was like near the center of the room. So it sounded like it was like 3 feet to my left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get up, I start looking around, I'm shining my phone light around. I'm like, there's nothing fucking here. And then after that, I'm like, well, I gotta sleep at some point. Like there's nothing here. I can see there's nothing here. So what I end up doing is I end up I'm not one who can like sleep if there's a bunch of noise going on easily.
Mhm.
So I turn my TV on. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just turn my TV on so there's light, turn the volume down, and go to sleep. After I did that, nothing. No noise, nothing.
Maybe they started watching TV.
Fucking watching the Lopez show at 3 in the morning.
Genius, genius. That's
But yeah,
scary.
it like I said, that kind of shit freaks me out, you know?
Yeah, like the thought of it, like I'm like when it, for whatever reason, like kid ghosts are scarier. I don't know why.
It's because it's like I think what it is with like kid ghosts and stuff like that is it's supposed to be something that's like super innocent,
Yeah,
but it's got like an evil feel to it. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
that's so
Like,
scary.
because kids, nobody's scared of a real life kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'll fuck up 30 kids,
What the
I'll knock
fuck?
all of them. But the second it's you think about it and it's like, this kid is dead. It's not supposed to be here.
That's so
It
scary.
just becomes like I don't know. It just makes it more sinister.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know why these fucking demons like my houses though.
Honestly, like I've heard stories about like people that necessarily like it's not the house that's haunted, it's them. So maybe you're
But see, that's
haunted.
the thing. I don't like those are the only two where it's like it was specifically me that was affected by it.
Yeah.
Like I have other stories, but most of them it'll happen to like somebody else that I like was staying with, or it happened to me and somebody else. Like it's not like only me. And
Yeah.
it's not like it happens consistently. Like I said, the first story I was 17. The second story I was 15.
Hmm.
Like that's a pretty big gap for similar occurrences, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's two completely different soundings, like laughs and different like results, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so now for my next story, and this one didn't happen to me, but it's gonna be two stories because pretty short stories. They happened in the same house, different room, same room though, different
Hmm.
like
Wait, different room but same room?
like different room from the first story I told, but like these two stories
Oh,
I'm about to tell like both happened in the same room, but many years apart, like maybe 10 years apart. So the
is
first
this the
one,
same house though?
yeah, so the first one, my happened to my cousin. She's actually from Houston as well, and she went over there to my aunt's house in the valley,
What was
and
the address again?
and she went to sleep in the living room. They had like a pull out little thing mattress from the couch, whatever those are called, and she was sleeping there. And she said that night she felt someone walking on her bed. Like just walking on her bed. Like that's oh fuck though. Which is crazy though because years later, many years later, same room, same house, different couch, but you know, I don't know, and this was like recent. I think it was last winter. Um we went over there. I forgot for what, but like it was like a situation where I was very tired. I hadn't slept much that night previous because for whatever reason, like whenever like I'm going somewhere like on vacation or out of town, like I tend to get excited even though like I don't like going to the valley. I tend to get excited and I can't sleep the previous night. So, I couldn't sleep. I was like on a few hours of sleep. We were over there and it was like pretty late already and I was like really tired and they told me you're gonna sleep on the couch here. At that point, I'm a 22-year-old dude. Like I don't fucking care. Like if I'm gonna be scared, then that's gonna show I'm a pussy or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll sleep on the couch. I was tired as fuck. I was the girl I was talking to at the time. I told her like, bro, I'm about to like fucking sleep on this couch. It's haunted. I don't know what to do. She's like, record it. And I was like, hell the fuck no. Like,
That bitch said content.
she's like, you should record it. And like, I was like, okay, I was gonna do it, but see, if I was recording with my phone for whatever reason, like it didn't let me listen
Like
to
it wouldn't
music.
let you. Oh,
So
yeah,
and I
yeah.
wanted to listen to music because I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep here. I'm gonna fucking put my fucking music at full fucking blast so I don't hear shit. Okay, so I decided not to record anything, and I put the music at full blast. I was so fucking tired, but like later that night, maybe like 3 a.m., I felt something touch my hand. Like, like you could feel it touch my hand. I could fucking feel it. And like, I fucking woke up immediately, covered myself all the way up, and, just fucking turned around. Like, I was not gonna fucking deal with that shit, bro. Like, nope, not today, Satan.
Sticky gives the booty up. He's like, you want it, take it. But but no, it's like I don't know how to explain something like that. It's very different from like hearing something compared to like feeling something.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had something where it felt like something was holding me down. I know that kind of feeling. I could only imagine if it felt like somebody was touching my hand too. Like
Yeah.
that's creepy, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I just looked over my fucking shoulder.
No, earlier when you were like telling one of your stories about like when you said like oh I heard like a little girl laughing like it gave me fucking chills. I was like what the fuck.
Yes, and people who've experienced like stuff like that, they kind of understand somebody else's story, you know?
Yeah.
Like I guess it's like they kind of relate because they've been in that kind of position too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got another one actually. This one did not happen to me, but it happened to my mother and my brother. I was in seventh grade at the time. I was real young, and there were a couple occurrences in this house, all very far apart. But this was the first significant one, right?
Mhm.
At the time, it was me, my brother, and my mom in one house, and my brother was, I think, like 4 at the time, and he would sleep in my mom's bedroom because he didn't like, the dark and shit like that. And plus, he was kind of paranoid like me. But he would sleep in my mom's bedroom, right?
Mhm.
One night, he went in there and asked to sleep with my mom, and my mom was like, "Sure," because again, he's 4. So when uh, he I guess lays in her bed, and everything goes smoothly during the night, right? But in the morning, and this is like 6 in the morning, because we're getting up and ready for work and school and shit like that. He talks to my mom. He's like, "Mom, who was that man?"
What the
And
fuck,
and we're like, "What the fuck are you talking?" Like, we of course didn't say it to a 4-year-old. We're
dude?
like, "What are you talking about? What man?" And he said, he saw like, or the height he described him at was like 5'10". He looked like he was like balding in the middle. You know that haircut really old dudes have
Yeah.
where it's just the sides and back and then the middle of their head is like bald.
Yeah.
He said he had that kind of haircut with like stubble, white hair, and like a blank expression on his face. But
Hell no.
he said he woke up in the middle of the night, and he said he looked in the corner, and that man was like, his face was in the corner. Like, that thing where it's like go in timeout and they put your face in the corner?
Yeah.
He was doing that
What the
basically.
fuck?
And
Ah,
then
fuck.
he said the man like looked over his shoulder at him, and then he just pretended to be asleep. And then I guess he was pretending for so long that he actually fell asleep. And then yeah, we woke up, that conversation happened. We thought maybe somebody broke in, like somebody like out, like with some kind of mental disorder or something,
Yeah.
right? But see, that's the thing. Windows and doors all still locked. No like signs that somebody was able to get into the house. The house had a security system, so at night we could set it, and if somebody opens a door or window without punching in the number, everything would go off. So there's literally no way to get in and out of the house without no one realizing it.
That's scary, dude.
And keep in mind, it was a 4-year-old. He
Yeah.
could have made it up,
No, see, here's
but
my
it's
thing though.
like
Like, I feel like when it's children, they don't lie. You know?
that's the thing. He was like freaked out,
Yeah.
but he kind of casually brought it up.
Huh.
And my little theory, I never got confirmation or anything. I didn't ask or anything. My little theory was that was why he was like scared to sleep in his own room, is because like that shit was happening in there.
Maybe actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was, again, I had a couple instances in that house. That was the most major and the first one.
Yeah. Cause like they say a thing. There's two people that never lie: kids and drunk people. So for a kid to be saying that, like, I 100% believe it, and because my next few stories actually involve like kids as the witnesses, I guess you can say. But this this next one, same house, very, very,
Y'all need to move. What
very
the fuck?
recent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we tell them, like, bro, your house is haunted, and they're like, oh no, it's not. No, it's not. But okay,
Is he white?
no.
Uh,
Uh,
Sorry, Caucasians, but y'all are usually the guilty ones.
but my cousin has a little baby. I'm pretty sure you see her on my Snapchat. Every now and
I
then.
think I have.
Yeah, like her. It was like earlier this year, I believe. Like probably around maybe March ish around there. But they were over there, and it was just my cousin and her baby. Like they were literally alone in the house. Like everyone else had gotten like went somewhere else, and they were downstairs in the living room. And if you go from the living room, you keep going straight, like from the couch, like the restrooms are a couple bedrooms, but if you turn right, the stairs are there. And the baby, like she would get up and like walk over there to the stairs and like look up the stairs and just start laughing and playing around, like like right there on the spot. And like
Wait, the baby did or the
the
mom?
no, the baby, like the baby would like walk up and like look at the stairs and just start laughing and pointing and like stomping her feet, like look at that, look at that, look at that. And then like my cousin was like, what are you doing, like what are you looking at? And like she would just keep pointing, because at the time like she couldn't talk much, like pointing, 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 pointing. And
Nothing was
yeah,
there.
nothing was there. And my cousin would grab her and take her back to the couch, and like she would keep getting up and doing the same thing over and over again. So she was like, you know what, F it, we're going outside.
See, I can't, with stuff like that, I can't decide what's creepier. A child that's acting scared of something that's not there, or a child that's like laughing because something's there.
Yeah, see, because like I said, the it's rumored that the ghost in that house is a little girl.
So
So
it could have been just it could have been a ghost. That's
yeah,
what it sounds like. But it could have been like a little girl ghost that wants a friend.
yeah. Because like the
You
thing
see,
is,
that's
the
that's less creepy than a grown man.
but like the thing is, like I don't think anything in that house that has ever happened like has been hostile. It's just like casually, a touch or you see something.
Now, I will say, if shit starts talking to these kids, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's where the line is drawn.
Yeah.
But this one for me isn't as major, right? This one's more of a minor one. And it was basically, in short, shit getting moved.
Ooh.
So, in this story, I was like 13, 14 years old. And this was the second occurrence in the house, right?
Yeah.
I was in middle school at this point too. I was like eighth grade, I think. And Gears of War 3 had just came out.
Mhm.
And like literally the day before. But I couldn't play it because it came out at midnight and I had school, right?
Yeah.
So I had to go through school, come home, then play, right? I don't know what made me think I would forget because I was excited literally all day for it. But I wrote myself a little note on the and like taped it to the TV saying like this is what you need to do first on Gears, right?
Yeah.
And I tape it to my TV, right? And keep in mind, it was me, my brother, and my mom. That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody else had access to that house. I go to school, my brother goes to school, my mom goes to work, right?
Yeah.
I get home before my mom, my bus drops me off, and I'm the only one who's there first,
Yeah.
right? I go into my room, there's no note on my TV.
Oh
So
hell
I'm
no.
like, why, what happened to my note? I know I wrote a note because I had specific things I was going to do, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think nothing of it. I'm like, well, my mom probably came home for her lunch break or something
Yeah.
because she gets an hour lunch and she didn't work that far from the house. So I'm like, okay, she probably just came home. So my mom gets home and I'm like, Mom, why did you move my note? And she's like, I just got home. I haven't even like been in your room. How would I have moved your stuff? I'm like, what? You didn't come here on your lunch break? And I'm like weirded out. I'm like, but I put a note on my TV. Nobody else came here. She's like, nobody should have been here. And I'm like weirded out. I'm like,
What the
okay.
fuck?
I'm like weirded out. So I'm like, whatever. I don't know what happened, but whatever. It's a note. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. Did you ever find the note?
Hold on. So about 2, 3 weeks go by, right?
Yeah.
I do my normal stuff. I'm going to school, coming home, doing whatever chores I got, showering, going to the bathroom, eating, all the usual shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Like 3, 4 weeks later, right?
Yeah.
I come home from school. Again, I'm the only one there, right? I I guess I like was holding in going to the bathroom or something like that till I got home because I didn't like the school bathrooms or something like
Yeah.
that. And I run off the bus. I go into my room and I go to the bathroom and I had one of those like walk-in showers, not like one with the tub and the
Yeah.
and that's right across from the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I sit down on the toilet and I look up towards where the shower's at. And keep in mind, I'd been showering to this point. Like I wasn't like pretending to shower or some weirdo shit, right? I fucking sit down and I look up at the shower door, and the fucking note with the Gears of War shit is right there on it.
What the fuck,
And
dude?
keep in mind, I it wasn't like on the ground. It was, and that's the weird part too, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even taped up to the glass or anything. Because keep in mind, school was like at this point for me, it was like 7 a.m. to like 2 something in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
And I don't turn that little fan on after I get out the shower, so it takes a while for that water to completely dry, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't taped with the tape I had put on the note. It was like somebody just kind of like took it and like pressed the Gears of War writing and stuff against the glass, and it was being held up by the water.
What the fuck? That's creepy, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's not as major as somebody seeing an old man like facing the corner or anything like that. But it's like, keep in mind, it had been almost a month at this point since I'd even thought about the note.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I know my mom wouldn't do some creepy shit like that,
That's
especially when she told me she hadn't even seen it.
yeah.
So it's like, in my head, I'm like, like, what the fuck is going on? Either somebody's been getting in the house and is fucking with me, or I don't know.
That's a pretty scary. But I think this next one that I'm gonna tell is probably the scariest one. Uh, Different location, thankfully. Um, Another one of my cousins. So my cousin had just gotten with his wife, and she had a little girl. I believe she was like 4 or 5 at the time, and they moved into an apartment, and they lived there for a little while, and the little girl, she started like playing around with her friend, like an imaginary friend, or so they thought initially. But what's it called? Then the little girl started acting up, and like she would like break stuff and do stuff, and my cousin or his wife would ask her, well, why are you acting up? Oh, because she told me to do that. Oh, she would always blame her imaginary friend, and then they would ask her, oh, where's your friend? And like she would take them to the closet every single time. So it started getting like creeped out about it, because not only like would their little girls start acting up because of it. But like sometimes at night, like when they would be asleep, they would hear like the kitchen cabinets opening and closing, and that's type of deal. And so it just went on for a little while, and there was this one occasion like where they were in the living room, the TV was off, and their little girl started like talking to her friend, whatever, and then like my cousin asked her, "Oh, where's your friend?" And like she pointed over there, like towards the TV. So my cousin just takes a picture of the TV, and he opens up like his little gallery or whatever to like look at the picture, and the TV was off. But what he sees in the picture is just like the TV is like a complete pink screen, and on the pink screen, a little girl's on there.
I need this photo.
They deleted it.
Fucking liar, fake story.
No, it is dead
No,
ass. Like he like came to our house and showed all of us, and like everyone was like, "Dude, delete that shit. That shit's fucking scary." But the second they took that picture, they fucking moved out like
I
quick.
would too.
Cause that shit's fucking like that's fucking scary. Like I remember like him like at the time I was like probably about 8, and I remember him like coming to the house and like like, "Oh, show us a picture, show us a picture, show us a picture." It's like he showed us a picture. Like it was like so like it was like a pink screen. I remember it vividly. It was a pink screen. The little girl was in the bottom left corner, and she was like black and white. Like it was so fucking weird. Like she was like an old school like dressed girl. If that makes sense. Like not anything a little girl would wear like in a modern day. It was like older, like probably like 1920s type shit, man. Maybe even like further back than like maybe like 1800s type shit, dude.
See, the only thing I could think of to like justify it, and even then it wouldn't make sense, is if it was like some kind of like lens error. But even then, that's a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like even then it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it's like pretty fucking scary. But like ever since like they moved out of that house, like everything's been normal for them. So yeah, I guess that's good.
Now, again, this for me, I got one. This one isn't as freaky as either of the others that I've told,
Yeah.
right? But it's still creepy as shit. So, this is the only time in my life I ever did this, and it's the only time I will ever do this.
Drugs.
Right? No. I'm still doing those. But I was 18 at the time. I'd gotten into a crowd I'm not so proud of being friends with. That's a story for another time. And they had talked me into going to an abandoned place.
Oh, God.
It was an abandoned hospital.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Again, like I said, this is the only time I've ever done this, and I'm never doing it again. Ever. Ever. Because one, even then, all we brought was fucking like our phones with the flashlight of an iPhone.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have any kind of weapon or anything. So even if it wasn't a ghost, we could have gotten fucking killed by a crazy homeless person with a knife.
Yep.
But we go in, and it's like 11 at night at this point. Like we didn't want to go during the day in case somebody saw us going in. So we go in, right? And this is like, again, it's a hospital, so it's multiple stories, like 7 stories.
Fuck that, dude.
So they're like, we didn't split up or any stupid shit like that. Like it was like a group of like 10 of us. But we start walking around I guess what would have been the lobby of the hospital, right?
Yeah.
And again, all of us stayed in one big group. Nobody walked more than like 3 feet away from another person, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a fucking chair, like a old rusted piece of shit chair, right?
Uh huh.
It was like laid up near where the glass on the window was, right?
Uh huh.
It fucking flung across the room.
Oh, fuck that.
Like nobody was there. And keep in mind, it was during the night, but we all had flashlights on, and when 10 people have that, it's like basically like a slightly less bright version of daytime. So we could see the entire room,
Yeah.
right? It was like laid down to where the top of the chair and the part where your butt would go were both touching like a piece of ground,
Yeah.
right? And it was on the opposite side of the room from us. It flung up about 15, 20 feet up to where the desk would be, right?
Fuck
Every
that.
single one of us bolted the fuck out. Like,
Rightfully so, dude. Oh
like
shit.
we did not stay. And again, I'm never going back. I'm never going to a place like that. It's like, it's not that, it's not like something grabbed us or we saw something. It was just an object doing something that it shouldn't have been able to do
Yeah.
at an incredibly like alarming speed because it happened in like 2 seconds max.
Oof.
So we're like, okay, uh let me give you a comparison. You know who Andre the Giant is?
Yes.
That like 7 foot tall, like 400-pound dude.
Yeah. Big
It
boy.
would be like him. Imagine him throwing a small rock and trying to make it go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
You got a kind of a rough imagination of what that would look like.
Yep.
Now imagine that this chair was going the speed of that rock that he threw.
That's fucking scary. Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't as major, but it's like terrifying.
I don't know. The environment that you set up for it was pretty like just saying abandoned hospital like fuck that's
Oh,
scary.
I could have made it creepier. I left out a ton of details about how this place looked.
Was there blood everywhere?
No,
No.
it wasn't anything like that.
Was there like zombies and shit?
Bro, I fucking wish.
I
Fucking.
would survive a zombie apocalypse. I
Oh,
fucking
I
would.
will. That's a conversation for a different
That
podcast.
is.
But
Next
I'd be
Halloween.
okay. But no, like when I say it was old, I mean like plants and shit were growing inside the building,
That's
and like
creepy.
and most of the metal, at least inside, was rusted. The glass was like old to the point where like you could see through it, but even if you wipe it, it looked like it was kind of foggy, you
Yeah.
know? Like it was just an all around sketchy situation. And the worst part about it is we didn't fucking tell anybody. So let's say a fucking crazy person was in there with like a pistol with a silencer, we all would have died. And
Yeah.
nobody would have fucking
No,
known.
I would never, ever, ever go into like an abandoned hospital. Like hospitals are 100% haunted. Like every single one of them. I don't
Oh
give a
no,
damn.
I have a family member who is a nurse and works in a hospital, and she's like, she only does like surgery prep,
Yeah.
so she isn't there like all day. But like, she tells me all the time, like fucking like old patients and shit'll like see like people. Like she said something about like a nurse colleague of hers had a patient like complain about a nurse that they didn't have on staff.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like hospitals are creepy.
Yeah, I fucking hate hospitals, man.
Yeah, no bueno.
Mhm.
All of my, yeah, those are all of my top ones though. I have more, but they're all kind of like well, they could be this, but they're probably this kind of stories.
Yeah,
You know?
but I actually have a scientifically, explanation for your story you just told right now.
I time traveled as Nezuko into the hospital.
Yes, sir.
I knew you were gonna fucking go there. I love doing fucking callbacks like that. But well, yeah, no, that was I
Wow.
didn't say it during, but I actually got like fucking goosebumps and like
I get
shivers
those
down my
goosebumps
back
every
during
time
that
you come over like that.
copyright, but no, but no, like I for real like you know that feeling where like the shivers down your back or whatever.
Yeah.
I had that a couple times. I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to interrupt your story. I was like, fuck
I'm
that.
telling you, like when you mentioned that one story, like with the little girl that you heard, like, ooh, I got fucking chills on that one. Like, mm-mm.
Like it's I just don't I try to avoid all situations with like the paranormal now if I can.
Yeah, like, that's why I
So
always carry a gun around. So like, if a ghost tries to fuck with me, you're getting shot up.
you're gonna shoot a ghost, an apparition.
Yes.
Okay, buddy, you're gonna die.
How?
It's just gonna go straight through.
Hmm. I don't know. It's scary though. Scary. So, we've been going for quite a while, and honestly, dude, like, I didn't think we'd go this long. I thought it was gonna be like 45 minutes type of thing. I thought it
Yeah,
was gonna go quick.
you said that was your guess before we started. I mean, I can keep going with it too.
Yeah, me too.
Like I have plenty more I could talk about.
Yeah.
You want to give it another like 10 minutes?
Sure. I'll tell one more.
Okay.
Okay, so
Tell
this
one
one,
about Ghost Nezuko.
Ghost Nezuko. But this one, cemetery, middle of the day,
Jesus.
like broad daylight type of thing. My cousin, the one with the baby, she's at the cemetery, visiting someone, paying her respects, whatever. And when they first get there, they pass by like where they bury a person, like, and the little baby, she's a little bit older. This happened like more recently, like, probably like about 3 months ago. So like she can talk now a little bit, and she was saying, "Hi baby, hi baby, hi baby," like just out of nowhere. She started saying, "Hi baby, hi baby, hi baby," to like one of like the little, I guess, little tombs, whatever. And my cousin's like, "Who are you saying hi to?" And she goes and checks like and this one's like more sad than scary, I guess you could say. But she goes and checks like the name of like the person that had passed, and it was a little 2-year-old boy that had passed, and like, she was just saying, "Hi baby, hi baby, hi baby," and what's it called? So my cousin picks her up and like walks away, and then another truck pulls up to the cemetery, and then like the little baby starts saying, "Hi baby, hi baby, hi baby," to the truck. And at that point, my cousin's like, "Okay, what is going on here?" And then, the people from the truck, they get off. It's like a couple. They get off and they go to the tomb of the little boy that, the baby was saying, "Hi, baby," too. And, that's kind of creepy in itself. But then, like, the parents, they show up and, they pay their respects to, like, their child. And, they leave, they walk away. And the little baby, my cousin's little baby, she starts running behind that couple saying, "Bye, baby! Bye, baby! Bye, baby!"
That's fucking
That's
creepy.
fucking creepy as fuck, but like it's so fucking sad because like the way we pictured it, me and my cousins, like, the baby's there, like, their son is there. He passed away. Their parents come to see him, and then like his parents leave, and like he's going after his parents. Like
Yeah,
that's so fucking
it's
sad.
creepy but sad.
Yeah, it's so fucking sad.
I think you've told me that one off air
It
before.
might have been on stream because I think I told this one on stream as well. But
We've talked a lot about these scary stories
yeah,
before. Not necessarily all these same ones, but
yeah, that's like super
uh,
scary.
I actually had one in a cemetery too.
Hmm.
It isn't me, it's actually my friend and me,
Ooh.
but he was the main person who heard this.
Yeah.
So we're in a cemetery, right?
Yeah.
And this was around the time where fucking Pokemon Go was the huge thing.
Hey.
So there was like fucking Pokemon in the area. So we were just like, fuck it. And it's like noon. So it's not like we're there like 1 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
But we weren't on foot, but we were like right outside my friend's car. Like he parked it nearby.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there and we're just catching Pokemon on our phones and shit. And my friend, he like walked off. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go catch this Pokemon I've been trying to catch." So I'm just sitting like 5 feet away from the car, waiting on him to come back, right?
Yeah.
And he comes back and he's like, "Hey, let's go to a different spot." And he just said it kind of normal, so I didn't think anything of it. So I'm like, "Sure." We hop in a car and we start going, right?
Yeah.
And once we start driving and we're like out of the cemetery area, he said when he was walking to go catch the Pokemon he wanted, he said he walked past this family that was visiting a grave site, right?
Yeah.
And he said this, I guess, I forget whether it was a girl or a boy, but it was like this like 3 or 4 year old kid, right?
Mhm.
And they had like this, like red bouncy ball with them, right?
Yeah.
And they were playing with it because again, it's a kid. They're not gonna know like it's a graveyard.
Yeah.
But kid was playing with it, right? And he's over there just casually catching fucking Pokemon. And the family starts to leave, right?
Yeah.
Kid started apparently yelling and screaming to like get let down, right?
Yeah.
So I forget whether he said the mom or dad, but whoever was holding the kid let the kid down, thinking that the kid was just wanting to like walk on their own because I guess they just kind of learned how, right?
Yeah.
But the kid was yelling and screaming, and the kid went back and fucking put the red bouncy ball on the like tombstone they were at,
Yeah.
and apparently the parents were like asking the kid like, why are you go get your ball, why are you leaving your ball? And the kid said something like but he wanted to play with it or something like that.
Damn.
And it's like I could understand why my friend was freaked out at that point.
Yeah.
The kid's leaving, I guess, what was their favorite toy for nobody.
That's
you know
yeah. It's fucking
like
scary.
yeah, it's definitely creepy at least.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thankful he's like, yeah, let's go.
They need to bring Pokemon Go back. Those days were fun.
It's still around.
People don't play like that no more.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Pokemon Go honestly was like the move if you wanted to meet people, at least here. Like you could be playing it and then go to a spot where there's like a lure or something
Yeah.
and you'll meet like 30 something people who were all hanging out. I got like 5 numbers doing that.
That's fucking crazy.
It really is.
You need to bring it back. Make it relevant again. We need to make it
Broad
relevant.
entertainment will
Yes.
make it popular again.
Yes. Pokemon Go
Once
sponsor
once you
us.
get your face reveal done, we'll fucking vlog us playing Pokemon Go.
Hell yeah.
But I think it's time.
Yeah, I think this is the longest episode we've ever done, which is crazy because I fucking hate Halloween. It's whack. Fuck Halloween. whoo, you know. It was hard for me to go the whole episode without saying fuck Halloween, but yeah, you know what, fuck Halloween.
Now, if you or one of your friends who are of age is dressing like a slut for Halloween, please feel free to go to my Twitter and message me at Views of Phoenix on Twitter. Yeah.
Hey, bro. At first, when you said that, I thought you were talking to me, and I was like, "What the fuck? What you mean?"
No. Not you, you fucking
And I
creep.
was like, "What the fuck? You want me
Hey,
to dress like a slut?
Sticky, if you're gonna dress real slutty, let
I'm
daddy
gonna
know.
be, I'm gonna be a slutty pumpkin."
You get to save some money on a costume then,
Why?
because you're already as big as a pumpkin.
I just gotta paint myself orange, with a little bit of stripes.
Fucking Oopa Loop.
It's messed up, bro.
That's all.
I'm not gonna take Braylon's costume like that. Oh, you're fucked up, bro. Why would you say that?
I thought he was a gremlin.
He can be both. Started off by dissing Braylon, ended with dissing Braylon.
But that's what I'm saying. I love callbacks like that.
Like the Eminem episode.
Yeah.
Oh no, but is there anything else you wanted to add on?
Uh, Fuck Christmas. Christmas is a
Fuck
bottom
you, fuck
tier
you, fuck
fucking
you, fuck
holiday.
you, fuck you, fuck
Fucking
me,
shit
fuck you,
holiday.
fuck me, fuck you. But no,
But
guys,
other than that,
we appreciate you guys for listening and commenting down below or at us on Twitter that you listened all the way through, because it is a very, very long episode, and you know, if you did listen to it like all the way through, we really appreciate and love you. And yeah, we'll see you guys. Actually, not next week,
oh
because we're going
wait,
on hiatus.
that is right. Hiatus, only 2 weeks, not that big a
Yeah,
deal.
2 week
But we will be
hiatus.
going on a
A
2 week
little
little
break,
break.
yeah, a little business trip that we have to do. We have to go up to Canada and do some things. But
And
yeah,
one last thing before we go. In the comments, if you guys have a scary story, let us hear it. Because if we find something really scary, we might come back from our hiatus and be talking about your scary story.
ooh, yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, guys, boo.
Oh, you got me back, you bastard.